You're questioning a lot right now. Yeah, that's fair. And, like, I don't think that it's a bad thing to be questioning a lot. Especially considering, everything going on. With, like, how things have developed in your life. I think it's one of those things where you really have to decide, what are you willing to accept? What are you willing to accept as an excuse, and what are you willing to accept as a reason? Because, like, heck, last night I had a pretty big emotional meltdown. And it was because I was experiencing an emotional sort of drop. Because of fear. Because happiness is not an easy thing to allow yourself to experience when you grew up and when you've lived in such dire straits for as long as I did. So when things are starting to get easy and happy, my response is what therapists would call self-sabotage. But what it really is a survival mechanism that people who have experienced a lot of trauma develop in order to prepare themselves for the next bout of trauma. And so last night, I'm, like, breaking down. I'm like, I'm like, babe, I don't know why you would love me. I don't know what I've done to deserve the way you've taken care of me, and, all of these things. And naturally his response, because he grew up in a healthy and safe environment, is that everybody deserves these things. But when I first moved out here, the first thing that I told him before I moved was, look, babe, I have been through a lot of shit. Like, a lot of really bad shit. And I know for a fact that things are going to get really rocky for a little while, because I'm going to be so stressed out about the fact that things are easy. Because things being easy is scary. Things being easy is a trap. And I said, so I'm going to need you to accept that I'm going to be weird sometimes about it. And I'm going to have nights like last night. And he said he understood, but I'm not sure if he understood until he actually experienced it.
Maybe I'm only half paying attention, so.
Yeah. Yeah, waiting for the other shoe to drop, exactly. And yeah, so I told him, like, I'm going to try really hard to just let this be a good thing, but it's entirely possible that I freak out and start messing things up because of it. And like I said, he understood, or at least he said that he has been really great. He's been phenomenal with us. He's taken every single issue that's come up in stride. Every time I've been like, you're being too nice and I'm scared. Because there are times where, like yesterday, he bought me a bunch of stuff for leatherworking, and the entire time I'm sitting there going, is it okay? Is it really okay? Are you sure it's okay? Because I'm so used to that being, like, I'm so used to, in a week, being told, you bought leather stuff, and that put us in the fucking poorhouse, and now I'm going to punish you for all of this, no matter, how many dates I took my other partner on in the last week. That's for the person who's probably watching me right now, spying on me to tell him about how awful a person I am. Hi! Anyway. Because things haven't stopped being bad with that person, by the way. But anyway, the point of the matter is that happiness is hard when you haven't been happy in the past. It's a skill. And so when things have gone bad and you don't know what the next step to take is, that's okay. It's understandable, because you're still trying to live with the bad. So I don't think it's a bad thing to be like, I need time to process this and to think it out. Especially if something happens like you've been cheated on. I think that is totally valid and entirely fair and, like, the right response. So I'm re-recording a little bit here because I want to make sure that this part doesn't get glossed over. We talked about this on stream for about an hour, and we touch on this point several times without really diving into it, but I just want to go back to when I said you have to decide what you're willing to accept as an excuse and what you're willing to accept as a reason. So I want to let you know that your neurodivergence and your trauma is your responsibility, and your partner's neurodivergence and your partner's trauma is their responsibility. You both can choose to make your partner's mental health your responsibility. And there's even a healthy level of that where you're taking care of each other and helping each other heal. But all in all, it is not fair of your partner to say, oh, I did it because of my mental health, and then not try and fix the mistakes that they made. So what I mean by that is that they can say that something happened because of their mental health and then work on it and try to like improve the person that they are in order to not hurt you anymore. But if they're hurting you and hurting you and hurting you, and every time they're just like, oh, it's because of my mental health, oh, it's because of my trauma, and not actually making any effort to fix the problem, then that's an excuse, that's not a reason. You're also at any point fully within your right to say, this is not something that I can handle, even if it is a reason, and end a relationship because of it. It doesn't make you ableist or a bad partner or a bad person to know what you can handle, because in the grand scheme of things, if you can't handle the way someone else experiences their neurodivergence and you continue to try, it's going to end up hurting both you and them in the long run and causing a lot more trauma than healing. It's caring for you and it's caring for them to know when to say, listen, you can handle your mental health however you feel is right, but you are not entitled to me being around for it, and I can't do this anymore. It is an act of love to express when you've reached your limit. It's an act of love to express your limits before you've reached them. And it's an act of love to enact healthy boundaries for yourself so that you and your partner can continue to care for each other, but only as much as each of you are able to. There is absolutely nothing wrong with saying, hey, I understand that this is a part of who you are, but because it's part of who you are, I can't be with you anymore. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Valentine's Day if you're watching this on the day it comes out. Other than that, have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing day. We did stream this on twitch.tv/ArcherKasai, Kasai. And if you have questions, if you want some advice, if you want to learn things about art, I tend to try to be very positive and help people sort themselves out in whatever way they can, so please feel free to come hang out at any given point. Other than that, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, comment, all of those fun things, so that I can continue to grow my YouTube channel and make more videos like this or other videos similar to it. And if you haven't already, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, that would be fantastic. It does help me grow my channel a lot, which does make it so that I can do more of these videos in the future. So if you want to see any specific advice, if you have any questions on a certain type of art, things like that, please feel free to say so in the comments, and I will respond as soon as I'm able. We did draw this picture on stream. This one is a painting of Pisces, but as a shark girl and a dolphin girl. I'm not quite finished with it yet, but I will be working on it more on stream, and I will be posting more videos with the process for Pisces, as well as a final all the way through process video. So if you're interested in any of that, please feel free to hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!